Hello, my name is Deborah Baker, and I'd like to talk a little bit about my book, Charlottesville, An American Story. After the Unite the Right rally took place in Charlottesville in August 2017, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I thought I knew Charlottesville. It was my hometown. I met my husband and had my children there. My family lived there. But I was stunned by what unfolded that weekend. Who were these young men and women marching through the grounds of my alma mater, the University of Virginia, brandishing torches and shouting, "You will not replace us"? Where did all these Nazi and fascist flags come from? What hadn't I understood about the city I was born in? Which chapters in American history had I not fully reckoned with? The rally was pitched as a protest over the city's plan to remove a statue of Robert E. Lee from a local park. Virginia had seen more Civil War battles than any other state, but I was hard-pressed to see the connection between Robert E. Lee and Adolf Hitler. How did a city more associated with Thomas Jefferson than white nationalism become such a flashpoint? Those were some of my questions. I wasn't planning on writing a book. I'm not a journalist. I work out of archives and write about dead people, but still, I kept thinking about it. A lot of the mainstream media coverage that weekend focused on the far-right celebrities slated to speak at the rally. TV cameras dogged militias kitted out in full body armor, bristling with weapons. An MSNBC live feed broadcast the street fighting between anti-fascists and rally attendees without truly understanding what they were seeing and showing. Finally, the footage of the car that gunned into a crowd of counterprotesters, killing Heather Heyer and injuring dozens, was aired repeatedly. The more unmediated coverage I watched, the more I wondered about what that weekend looked like and felt like from a local perspective. Some residents had felt for months that something ominous was underway. They had tried to prepare themselves and the city. Yet the more they sounded the alarm, the more readily they were dismissed. City officials and law enforcement saw them as a threat, perhaps a violent threat, to civic order. And after it was all over, they were blamed for having been on the streets at all. What were their stories? What did they believe in, and what lessons did they learn? And why did their warnings fall on deaf ears? Those were my questions. But I only really began writing the book when I asked myself, what would an archive of that weekend look like? Thank you.